Want to save money or get out of debt? Today we're going to go over 10 different ways that we can save money simply. Welcome to my channel. My name is Susanna and I'm a wife and mom of 3. I love finding ways to stretch our budget to create a beautiful home. I hope you will join me and subscribe to my channel as I share with you ways that I have found to live simply on less. Saving money can be hard, and often we look at the big goal and it seems impossible to reach, but here are 10 ways that we can start small to begin saving money. Number 1 is don't spend more than you make. I know this one is very obvious and it's also very difficult, but it is the key to saving money. Before we begin doing anything else, we really need to take a good look at our finances. We need to calculate how much money do we actually bring in during the month. Second, we need to calculate our expenses. This is everything from our bills, to our groceries, to our subscriptions, to our eating out. We then need to subtract our expenses from our income. And the money that remains is the money that we have that we can put towards savings or debt. Often when we do this, we find that we actually have no money left over at the end of the month. It tells us that we need to make some changes in our spending. We need to reduce some of our expenses so that we can actually live within our means. Until we are able to reduce our spending so that there is money left after we pay all of our bills, we really can't make any progress towards any savings or debt-free goals. This is very hard, and it means that we sometimes have to say no to our immediate desires, but the result of peace and financial freedom that we experience is well worth it. And paying interest on credit is one way that we simply are throwing away our money with nothing to show for it. Number 2 is sleep on large purchases. This one has probably been the biggest changer for me. I often will do shopping online when I'm tired at night, and I will end up buying things that I regret the next day. So I have set a limit for myself of $100. If I want to buy something that costs more than $100, I don't allow myself to buy it until the next day. This is especially true for online shopping because it's so easy to add things to our shopping cart and press buy without even really thinking about it, and the next day we have so many regrets. So instead, I will add the items that I'm interested in to my shopping cart, and then I go to bed. The next morning, I wake up and I can look at that cart, and if I still want to buy them, I give myself permission. However, often over the course of the night and when I wake up feeling rested and more motivated, I will realize that I really didn't care about those things anyways and will delete some of them. Another perk that comes from this is often when we leave items in our cart, the companies will actually send us % off because they want us to make the purchase. So sometimes in the long run, we even end up saving more money by waiting. I will also do this at a store, but if it is a large ticket item, I will look at it the one day, then I will walk out of the store and sleep on it for a night or sometimes several nights before going back to purchase it. If I still really want to buy that item, I will without any guilt. But this has definitely helped me reduce my impulse spending and has helped me save money because I don't regret what I bought. Number 3 is I challenge you to save up cash for large ticket items such as appliances or vehicles. We often will buy these things on credit, and at times I do know there are emergencies and we have to. However, I encourage you to try to put away a little bit of savings out of every paycheck, saving for the future. Even if it's just $10, $20 out of every paycheck, you will be surprised at how quickly that amount will add up. Then when it's time to replace a broken microwave or you need to either fix a car or buy a new car, you have a good amount of money saved already towards it. That will definitely save you money in the long run. If you have to buy things like that on credit, the interest is literally money you are throwing away. Number 4 is related, but buy used, especially vehicles. A new vehicle decreases 15% every year after you purchase it. We not only do this with our vehicles, but we also do this with many other things. For example, I do this with clothes. I love to shop secondhand. I love going to thrift stores and yard sales, and I can find some really great name brand clothes for a fraction of the price. This also is true with a lot of kitchen gadgets, things like mixers, blenders, even things that you buy from parties such as Pampered Chef. You can find them for a fraction of the original cost, and they're still almost new often. Number 5 is buy generic or store brand items rather than the name brands. This is very simple, but it does save a lot of money on your bills. And really, the store brands often are even made at the same factories where the name brand things are made. Now, this isn't true for certain items. There are some things that do have a special taste, things like Oreo cookies, Doritos, but most things really don't have much difference in the taste as they've become very good at making duplicates of the name brand items. 6 is keep your house temperatures moderate year-round. Often in the summer, we crank the air conditioner up, and in the winter, we crank the heat up. Try to find the middle ground on that. Don't keep your house quite as cold in the summer, and don't keep your house quite as warm in the winter. We do this by wearing sweatshirts in the winter, keeping blankets on the couches to help keep us warm, which saves on our electric bill. In the summertime, we actually don't even use an air conditioner. We use fans and do things like in the morning and in the evening when it's cooler, we open the windows to let the cool air in. Then during the middle of the day, we close the blinds, and so that way we keep the cool air inside. You'll be surprised how quickly you get used to it. And truthfully, I enjoy it more because I don't have as much of a temperature change when I go outside, which makes me more comfortable year-round. Number 7 is waste not and use it up. This is kind of an old-fashioned thing that our grandparents did, but it's still true today. Whenever we end up opening our refrigerator and seeing food that's moldy and out of date and we throw it away, we literally are throwing our dollars away. Try to use it up. This may include making a list and keeping on your refrigerator the things that you have and crossing it off as you use it up so as not to waste. This means using leftovers. Instead of throwing things out, use the leftovers and eat it up. This also is true for cleaning products and for health and beauty things. Often we buy a new lotion or we buy a new cleaning product, we use it once and forget about it. If we challenge ourselves to use it up before we buy something else, it not only makes us more intentional because we know we're going to have to use it up, but it also saves us money because often we have 10 different cleaners and really we only need 2. Number 8 is stretch the time between grocery store visits. If you go to the grocery store every couple days, try to only go to the store once in a week. If you go to the store once a week, try to stretch it to once every other week. Every time we walk in a store, we typically buy more things than are just on our list, which means we spend more money than we intended. This is a very easy way to save money. Number 9 pertains to our laundry. Use cold water when you wash your clothes, and if possible, dry your clothing on the clothesline. Using cold water instantly reduces your electric bill, and most detergents nowadays are made to work just as well in cold water as they are in warm water. The next one is hanging your clothes on the clothesline. This is not only a relaxing thing to do, and not only saves you money because you're not using your dryer, but it also makes your clothes last longer, which also saves money in the long run. Number 10 is learn to do things for yourself. With YouTube, we can learn to do almost anything on our own. Whether it's things like my husband changes the oil in our cars and changes the brakes, or he mows our yard, or I clean our house, to things like cutting your hair, doing your own nails, dyeing your hair. All those things cost a lot of money if you have to hire someone else to come in and do it for you. But if you can do it yourself, you not only have the satisfaction that comes from working hard and doing things for yourself, but you also save a considerable amount of money. I hope these things challenge you. I hope you can think of maybe just 1 or 2 that you could implement right away to start saving money. A little at a time adds up, and it is worth every effort. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. See you in the next video.